Hi, I'm Tracy Brown with the LA Times, and we're here at Comic-Con at our photo and video studio with the cast and creator of Teen Titans Go. How are you guys doing?
Awesome. LA Times, are you guys new?
Yeah.
A little magazine?
We're a startup.
Startup. Nice.
Um,
You guys were very kind to us about our movie. Thank you. Last year, the Teen
Oh, yeah, it was
Titans Go to
great.
the movies. Yeah.
yeah, I actually did want to ask, like, how different was it to do like a feature-length movie versus your shorter episodes?
Well, it was crazy because we recorded that movie, like, the third version of the movie is the version that probably ended up being, wouldn't you say, Pete?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The hardest thing was we made this movie while still working on the show. So this season 5 that's airing, we were doing a lot of the movie at the top of that. So
Yeah.
it's pretty incredible.
Yeah. But literally, it was the process of kind of learning how to do, going from an 11-minute format to a feature-length format. We came in and we recorded an entire version of the movie in one day, and then we did it again, like tried to do something sort of like that, and then we took like a year of like going back, seeing what works, what doesn't, really a lot of trial and error, and to come up with it, and it's incredible. Usually you've got years working on an animated feature, trying to get all of these beats and the script just right, and the speed with which our writers and crew worked on this thing to pull it together is kind of crazy to do something like that and end up being such a great success. The critics absolutely loved it, 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm just saying. Also, Emmy nomination at the same time for the TV show, I'm just saying.
Boom.
It's our second year in a row, Emmy nominations.
Yes.
LA Times, baby,
Yeah, man. I mean, our crew is amazing. And they literally do not get enough credit for the amount of work and quality work that they do.
But I mean, you've all voiced each of these characters for so long now. Are there still things to learn about them, or is it really easy to switch up?
We're on about, year 25,000 voicing these characters. And it's the original show, basically, it's just a big part of who we are. So the different incarnations are very easy for us to like jump around to, like whether it's the serious versions or the more, comedic versions. It's not hard.
I mean, we're really a family, and that comes out in the show, and we love each other so much. Like, if they asked us to do Titans on Ice, we would be brilliant at that. And whatever iteration we're in, we're just ourselves, envisioning us in these moments, and it's so special, and we're so lucky. There's not many casts that can say they've been together almost 2 decades. And I think that's another reason why every iteration works, because they keep us together, and that love and camaraderie really comes through during the show.
Coming up on year 18.
Yeah. Wow. It's kind of crazy. And one of the great things about Teen Titans Go is there is no formula for the way these stories go. So it is always learning something new, and we do feel very close to, I think, these characters, and so it's no matter how old you get, I think you can always learn something new, and so we're I think that's kind of the way that this show goes. It's like literally, where haven't we gone? And we've gone to a lot of weird, crazy places.
I do wonder, is there a different approach for when you're voicing the serious version of the characters versus the not as serious version of the characters?
There's a little bit of a different approach. At the core of it, they're the same characters, but as Pete has pointed out, he's on the other side of the glass when we record. He'll notice our posture may change from one to the other, or vocally, the Teen Titans Go Robin seems to scream and yell a lot more than the original guy, so that's a little different. What about for you guys?
The recording sessions before and after happy hour.
Exactly.
I mean, Raven's just Raven. She doesn't care about anything. But
she cares about Beast Boy.
Maybe sometimes. But like I said, we really envision ourselves in those moments. So like Pete was saying before, like we physically sort of change when we're actually dealing with real conflict as opposed to just having to go pee in an elevator. Like there's 2 different worlds that we combat, and one world is serious and one world is silly. But we as the actors put ourselves in those moments, and then vocally it sort of just happens where we end up.
So there was a period of time where every single time I tuned in to Teen Titans Go, it was the waffles episode.
Waffles?
Yes.
Waffles.
Yes. And
Waffles.
Waffles.
I was gonna ask.
You started it.
Yeah, I did start it because I did want to know what are your tips for getting over the waffle song in your head.
Waffles. You can't get away from waffles,
No,
mama.
man.
There's no cure.
You better give into it.
Or eat some. Eat some.
If you want to get the waffle song out of your head, you got to go into another Titans song, like "The Night Begins to Shine" or something like that.
Right.
Our show's addictive, yo.
I'm telling you, chasing villains.
I mean, what haven't you done that you want each of your characters to do? Like, if you can pitch an episode centered on your character right now, he's right there. He's got to listen to you. What do you want to do?
They should meet the voice actors that voice them.
Wait, we already did that. These guys, these writers, our writers and producers are so far ahead of, their minds are crazy, like so far ahead of what we can think of that I'm constantly surprised. Like, what? We get to do this? We're getting away with this? Yeah, like there was the peeing in the elevator one, then there was one where they went camping in the Grand Canyon and they all had to do their bathroom business in a briefcase. Like somehow this got on the air.
I would like for Cyborg to open a spa in Belize, you know, eco-friendly. And I think
And we
we
have to
should.
record the episode there?
Yeah, if we could do a little market research, you know,
absolutely.
just work that out. And yeah. So spa, Belize. Let's work on that. Boom. On a zip line.
Things happen like that with our show. You know, like weird little ideas like that. All of a sudden, Pete's gonna go write that episode. Just like our new movie, Teen Titans Go vs. Teen Titans, basically came from a Comic-Con bag. You know, the Titans were beating up the Teen Titans Go character. You know, the battle. People love that so much, so we made a movie about it.
Well, what can you tell us about the movie? Because we've seen the trailer from previously.
Ain't
right?
telling you nothing.
Not even a
Watch
little.
it.
Well, what happens when
I'm
two Beast
joking.
Boys
We'll
are in
tell
the
you
room?
whatever you
All right.
Let's
I
just
do
say
wanna-
that there's a lot of iterations of the Titans, and it's a lot of fun, and it's high action, high energy, and for people who really loved the original, they're gonna be very satisfied with seeing the original characters come back. The animation's beautiful, and the story's great and fun, and
Great music.
yeah.
I do want to know what happens when you put how many Beast Boys in one room. What happens?
Well, you're about to see when you watch the movie. A lot of green.
It's a lot of green. I was just thinking the same thing. It's a lot of green.
What leadership abilities, or leadership tips, as Robin, do you have for people that are trying to start their own super team?
As Teen Titans Go, Robin?
Yes.
Leadership tips from Teen Titans Go, Robin, would be, everyone listen to me. Everyone put your ideas aside because I'm the one you need to be listening to and I do not have baby hands. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it. Nailed it.
That's great. Can we talk about Beast Boy and Cyborg's friendship and how it's developed over the years?
Yeah, it started from foot rubs, and has moved progressively on from there. Still, I don't think Cyborg still tried tofu, but you know, Beast Boy is working him that way. You know, I've definitely become more vegan and vegetarian over the years, rubbing up against Greg Cipes for 17 years. So you can't help but feel the love and the peace in the animals.
That's right, yo. That's right.
Well, Tara, Raven is not as out there as the rest of them because I feel like it's all internal. How is it being kind of a more centered character in that universe, in that world?
Well, she's such a good balance for everyone when they're all going crazy, and then she's just sitting in the room saying whatever. And I always feel bad because, you know, I get paid the same as these guys who are screaming, especially. Scott in the session is always the hero. Like, he's just giving 100,000% all the time, and he's so loud, and I'm just like, okay, this is fun. And it's fun to be that girl because in real life, I'm so not that girl. I'm out there and very positive and light, so it's fun to sort of be the antithesis in an animated show. And then, of course, when we got to see ourselves talking to our animated counterparts, that was really fun. There's honestly not a day that goes by when we're in the recording session when we have a bad time. It's just a good time every single time.
We record on Fridays, and I always feel like we're kicking off the weekend early. It's just like, it's fun. It's such a gift to
It comes
record
through on the screen.
with this amazing cast and this super talented crew.
I do have one last question, which is, what is it like to meet fans that are cosplaying as your characters?
You know, going along, it's amazing to see people cosplaying as our characters, but when you meet these fans and hear some of their stories, I spoke with one young woman who grew up watching the original Teen Titans and loved it, and she's been battling depression and discovered Teen Titans Go, and she's 28, I believe, and said this silly little show gives me laughter and gives me joy and gives me something to look forward to. And that blows me away because we record in our little studio with no audience. It's just us. And I sometimes forget, oh yeah, this goes out into the world and touches people. And you hear stuff like that. And I know a lot of shows touch people in different ways, but all I can speak of is this one that I'm on right now. And that's amazing when you hear something like that, to be a part of it, because we sure have fun making it and we laugh a lot. And for that laughter and positive energy to go out and touch somebody is something that I don't take for granted.
It's such a fan-driven show, so it just makes so much sense that, you know, we're there for the fans, and that's what we love to do, because the fans really drive the show. And we've actually put our fans in the show before. We've done episodes where we've taken fans from out there in TV land and actually, what was the name of that episode?
Well, we had a Make-A-Wish
Wally
kid.
T.
Yeah.
Love it.
Great. I'd love to keep going, but we're out of time. Thank you for stopping by to the LA Times Studio at Comic-Con.
Thanks for
All right,
having us.
LA Times, baby.
LA Times.